Hey, J-Dot. Rare for you to be the first one in. Hey, Jordan. Hey, book lover. Oh yeah, I forgot it's Thanksgiving. I keep forgetting it's Thanksgiving weekend in the U.S. It's not Thanksgiving. We had our Thanksgiving a month and a half ago here in Canada, so it's not Thanksgiving up here. We do it wrong. No, we spaced out our turkey. You know, we've got a good couple months between turkey dinners. Hey, Northern Lights. You know, in the US, you've got a turkey dinner, and then you've got another one a month later. You know, like both your turkey dinners are just like right in the same time frame. Like they're right next to each other. Canada, like at least it's a couple months, you know? You know, it's at least 2.5 months between turkey dinners rather than just we eat ham at Christmas. Weirdos. Hey, Gigi. Hey, Elf. But like ham is one of those things that like you can eat ham any time in the year. I mean, good ham. I suppose good ham you eat once a year because good ham is expensive. Yeah, good ham is expensive, but like regular ham, you need it any fucking time. Turkey is one of those things that's hey trailer. Turkey is one of those things that's really like it's not something that you can really get most of the year. Hey fart. You know, turkey is nowhere near as readily available as ham. Hey, comic book. You know, ham is always available. Any time of the year, you can get ham. Even good ham. You know, at any point in the year, you can get ham easily. Turkey is a lot less common for most of the year. You know, you can get it, but it's no one does. I mean, like we used to have ham, every pretty regularly. Back when my family, we used to get ham. We used to have a ham dinner every probably every 2 or 3 months. I will confess, I'm not a big fan of ham. Hey, Yosh. I'm not a big fan of ham. I think I probably just haven't had great ham. The ham that you get at the supermarket, just like the regular ham, it's honestly not great. It is, I find it really salty. Like, I find just like basic ham to be very salty. Hey, Zach. I suspect that hey, Vanna. Like, I suspect like getting like a good ham, I would probably enjoy a lot more. Scalloped potatoes. Ugh. Hate scalloped potatoes. Disgusting. Do they not have any baked ham Canada? I mean, they do. It costs more than just the regular ham that you get. Does Canada celebrate Black Friday? Yeah, we have Black Friday here. Cheesy potatoes? No, I'm not a fan of cheesy potatoes. turkey for Thanksgiving. Yeah, I'm like, I mean, even with honey baked, even with honey baked ham, it's not all equal. There's a couple people I follow on Twitter who talk about it every so often. One person in particular, there's one woman I follow on Twitter who every so often she talks about the fact that most Americans don't get good ham. Yeah, she grew up in I think she grew up in Maryland. So yeah, that's sort of a region where you can get good ham. Like she grew up, she would get, her family would get really high quality ham. She lives in Chicago now, and yeah, ham basically for her, ham basically is now like a rare treat. Like if she accomplishes something really great, then she will, spend the money on ham. Then she'll spend some money to get great ham. I've never had great ham. Hey, JJ. Yep. Apparently, we're talking. Yeah. This is now just a ham chat. This whole this entire 2 hours, we're just gonna spend 2 hours talking about ham. Chicago Ham would be a good band name. I like mine from the Black Forest. Thoughts on sausage? I like sausage. Just 2 hours, and that's the only thing we're going to be talking about. Yeah, sausage is good. Not something I've eaten a lot of. I'm not really much of a breakfast guy. Sausage is very much, for some reason, sausage is really only a breakfast food. Yeah, it's rare for sausage to be served outside of breakfast for some reason. And I'm not really much of a breakfast meal kind of guy. And I never really have been. I've never really been one for breakfasts. Growing up, I'd have a bowl of cereal. Never liked eggs. I don't even like the smell of eggs. So and never mind the taste. So I don't like eggs. So that's most breakfast meals. Eggs and whatever, right? It's it's eggs and sausage and bacon and hash browns, whatever. Waffle House today. Nice. Sausage and pizza. I have done that, Waldo's World. That's true. I have done that. But yeah, it does mean that sausage is not something that I've eaten very often. I like it well enough. It's just something I haven't really had very often. Also, sausages always make me think of that Kids in the Hall skit. Where's the sausages? You promised sausages! Where's my sausages? Where's my sausages? Where's my sausages? Hamburger on pizza? Yeah, I've done ground beef on pizza as well. You have one? Egg intolerance? It's not intolerance. I just don't like it. I just don't like eggs. It's not intolerance. I just hate them. I might have a lactose intolerance, but no, I just hate eggs. Aren't I drinking milkshake? Yeah, and I'll probably pay for it later. I've ordered from Harvey's again this week. The cats think it's fair that they each get their own personal turkey for Thanksgiving. Yep. Yeah, I had Harvey's again tonight because it's like the only fast food place that has anything other than sodas. So I don't know if I'm doing takeout. If I'm doing takeout, I feel like I want something to drink. Hey, PK. If I'm ordering takeout, I want something to drink. But you know, Coke and Pepsi products are both evil, so gotta boycott those. Okay. Yeah, I just got something stuck in my throat. Hey, Delilah. It'll work itself out. And hey, Fernanda. Guess what? Chicken butt. Didn't have kick and ranch. It was sad. Never ordered a drink with takeout. I don't know. Just like for some reason, it just always feels like feels like takeout should come with a drink. It just feels like takeout should come with a drink. And yeah, most takeout places they've got Coke and Pepsi. Dehydrated. I'm not dehydrated. It's just it's. Oh, Jordan's a dehydrated queen. Just hate soda. Fair. Like there are certain sodas that I like. You know, I always liked Sprite. I always liked Crush. So canned Coke or GTFO. Um, you can hear dishes. So can I. They're washing dishes in the jacuzzi. No, I think they're. I don't know if they're just putting them away or what, but I like my soda stream. Makes the water taste good. Some elbow grease being used. I don't know if they're putting the dishes away or putting them in the sink or what, but I think they're just moving dishes. Like they're just moving some dishes around. That's what's making the clatter. Is it's not the washing. It's just moving them, moving a pile of dishes, slamming them against the wall, wondering how you've never done laundry. I do my laundry, Jordan. I do laundry every couple weeks when I run out of clean clothes. I do my laundry. Hey, David. I do not wash my laundry in the jacuzzi. What brand soap? The laundry detergent? Shit, what is it? Give me a second. I forget what. I know you don't actually care that much, but it's gonna bug me until I look it up. I'll double check. Tide. I do use Tide. Like it's like I had to check, or it was going to bug me. But flavor of Tide, flavor. Who sits in that other chair? Your mom. I do not use scent beads. But no, what I actually put my I actually rest my other laptop on that chair. I mean, that chair just came with the room. Like that other chair came with the room. I actually have my laptop sitting on there. My second laptop sitting on there. The one I use for the one I've been using for recording Life is Strange. They smell good. Aren't they bad for the environment though? Am I wrong about that? Yes, that's right. Jacuzzi came with the room, and I never use it. I'm just terrible like that. Wasted jacuzzi. That sounds like it could also be a band name. Hey, Yummy Ocean Latte. Oh, hey, Scapegoat. Shower scene. You know what's weird about that shower scene? Every time I see a shower scene in a video game, like anytime, like Mass Effect. In the Mass Effect games, especially in Mass Effect 3, there's a shower scene. And like the character is wearing their fucking underwear in the shower. Like, who the hell does that? I mean, I guess the showers aren't as common as they could be. But it's just one of those things where, like, because of that, now shower clothes, like now shower scenes in video games, especially in video games, because I think it does happen in other games, but like I always sort of notice when somebody's like bathing, showering, or bathing while wearing their underwear, and it's just so, and it's so like I always like it's something that I always pay attention to now. It's always something I notice. How do they handle the shower scene? Life is Strange handles it by just showing the face, by showing the head. Like, they don't even bother showing the back or anything like that, which is appropriate because the characters are teenagers. So there's nothing titillating about the shower scenes in the Life is Strange games. They wore undies in the Mass Effect. In Mass Effect, yes, underwear in the shower for some goddamn reason. That's my bracelet. So do I, honestly. Death Stranding is full nude shower scenes. Yeah, but I mean, that game's just weird. That's Kojima, isn't it? Like, that's a Kojima game, isn't it? Anything Hideo Kojima does is going to be, out of the ordinary. What happened to the bracelet? It's just the latch basically broke. When I get in the shower, my body just becomes pixelated like The Sims. Yep. Sometimes I wish my body would become pixelated. You gotta take off other measure. I did. Like I took the I did take the bracelet off whenever I showered. Hideo Kojima is amazing. He posts selfies with a different celebrity multiple times a day. I mean, yeah, he's nothing but respect to the man. But he's really fucking weird. He makes weird ass games. I mean, they're not my thing, but people love them, so more credit to him, He's a real artist, yep. Hey, Kermit. I'm pretty sure it works. I've never tried it. I've never checked, but I'm pretty sure it does work. What are some examples of his games? I mean, the Metal Gear games were like his big ones. He did the Metal Gear franchise, which got increasingly weird. Those games have a story. Like, that franchise has a story that nobody understands. There are people who have played all the games multiple times, read all the lore. Hey, Rebecca. Read the lore, maintain the wiki. None of them know what the fuck is going on in that series, in that franchise. None of them know the story. Actually, understand the full story. Indeed, Gonbrook. He is very creative, and he does seem to have fun. Also, one of the funniest things about the Metal Gear games. There's one of the characters is a woman who is virtually naked. Like, she wears very, very little clothing. And when people first saw her design, there was some gentle criticism, like, like, oh sure, of course the woman is almost naked. Yeah, it's like there were people like, dude, that seems a bit weird and exploitative. And Kojima's like, oh, well, once you play the game and find out the reasons, you're gonna understand. And then the reason turned out that she has some weird some like weird flesh bacteria that causes her to photosynthesize sunlight, or like something weird. And it's like, okay, but that's literally just an excuse to have a near naked woman running around. It's just like it's just an excuse to justify a decision you'd already made. You've decided, oh, she's gonna be naked. You know, she's gonna be as close to naked as we can get away with, and then you just slapped on a really silly, half-assed justification for it, for doing what you wanted to do anyway. It's like, one of those things where, like, I think a lot of people almost would have respected Kojima more if he just said, "Oh yeah, I just wanted her to be, I just want the hot lady to be scantily clad." Yeah, like, yeah, Canadians aren't doing Thanksgiving tomorrow. Yep, we're not. Feel like you skipped a few cutscenes in Metal Gear. I skipped the entire series. I've never played any of the. I've never played a Metal Gear game. Honestly, most of my knowledge of the Metal Gear franchise actually kind of comes from gaming channels making fun of Metal Gear. Lovingly, they love the games. There's a couple of gaming channels that I watch, and they love the games. They love Metal Gear, which is why they also kind of enjoy poking fun at it. Yeah, like outside Xbox is sort of the main one, same gaming channel that like the main gaming channel that I watch that likes to joke about the Metal Gear games and about them being strange and confusing. But in general, I think those games have a bit of a reputation for being uh, convoluted. I also identify as strange and confusing. Indeed. I'll get to keep. I find them weird looking. I'm not a fan of hairless cats. They're so wrinkly. Yeah, like they weird me out. They creep me out. Like even the breeds that are like bred to be hairless, they creep me out somehow. Skin pet, yeah. Should try looking at a ball sack sometime. I mean, I see my ball sack whenever I shower. Cats, not ball sacks. You have to wipe them down because they get too oily. I mean, happens with ball sacks too, Comic Brook. They get sweaty. Ball sweat is a real thing. Hey, honey bunny. Good timing. Good time coming in while talking about ball sweat. Could be solved with a quick dip in the jacuzzi. Could also be solved with a quick dip in your mouth. Okay. I'm sorry. That was rude. That one was rude. That one I got. That one was very mean of me. I'm sorry, PK. I apologize. That was crude and what am I drinking? It's a strawberry milkshake. Strawberry milkshake from Harvey's, which is a Canadian fast food restaurant. Hey, Roses. I'm freaky. Anyways. Milkshakes are my weakness. They are good. I'm trying to remember now if I got because I had a milkshake last week. I don't remember now if I had the shits. But I'm like, I'm surviving. Hey, color purple. Harvey's actually does have pretty good burgers. I'll give him credit. Yeah, like I haven't had Harvey's in forever. I'm pretty sure I got it last week. Just kind of just to give it a try. And they're actually not too bad. Sad because skin pets and ball sacks. Hey, crispy consciousness and subpar hams yet. But anyways, anyone watch anyone else watch Scott Pilgrim Takes Off? Hey, Joel. You took your final. Ooh. You think you passed? So good. It is. It is really good. I really enjoyed it. Very much not what I was expecting. My name is Earl. Cool, cool. Yeah, like I was like, it was not at all what I was expecting. 94. Nice, Jordan. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think that was kind of the point. Comic book is like, wait, what? Like they were definitely going for that. Wait, what? Reaction. Never liked Scott Pilgrim's. Scott Pilgrim. I mean, fair. I really love the comic. The comic is great. Capable of, do you think you'd be capable of losing your pet bearded dragon outside for a week if you had one? I mean, sure, I could probably lose. I could probably lose a lizard. I could lose any number of things. Love the art style of the show. Yeah, I did really appreciate that. One thing that's interesting is the way the art style really shifts Scott Pilgrim back to being from being Michael Cera's awkward, adorkable, awkward loser to being kind of a shitty loser. Scott Pilgrim looks pretty. Yeah, I love the comics. Yeah, like because like Michael Cera, he's got that look, adorkable, awkward loser. He just looks that way. Like it doesn't matter what the role is. He just has that look, and he's always going to look that way. Um, he's always going to come across that way. Scott in the comics is not adorkable. He's kind of a shithead. He is. He's just kind of a shithead. Um, over the course of the comics, he does grow. He does change. Really catchy song about Ramona Flowers. Um, I mean, it's still like he's still got some shithead qualities by the end of the comics. Because I mean, growth is a lifelong thing. But he does grow a lot over the course of the comics, and becomes less of a shithead. The movies was more about him just being awkward and sort of becoming more confident. And just by changing the art style, just by making Scott Pilgrim no longer look like Michael Cera, he goes back to being kind of a shithead. Hey, Yosh, who has to grow up to not to be more confident, but to be more considerate of other people. One thing I found interesting Brie Larson doesn't sing in this one. Like, I found it interesting that Brie Larson, they did not use her singing. Because in the movie, Brie Larson is the one who, it's her singing on Black Sheep. I find it interesting that they just didn't go that route. When we hear Black Sheep, she's just standing there holding the mic out to the crowd. Then there's the crowd who's singing, which, fuck yeah, it's a really fucking singable song. It is absolutely a sing along song. And then the one song that she does actually, that Andy Adams does actually sing, the new song that she sings, they did bring in Metric and Emily Haynes. And I'm not complaining because, Emily Haynes, is amazing. Like Emily Haynes is just on another level. She is just an incredible singer. But I just found it just, and it's not like Brie Larson's a bad singer. She's not a professional singer, but she did fine on Black Sheep. Fairly interesting soundtrack in general. Yeah, like United States of whatever. Not often that you hear United States of whatever these days. And also, speaking of which, fucking United States of whatever? They're gonna throw in that song? I still have that song on my computer. Like I still listen to that song sometimes. Like Sarah's not a good Scot. That is sort of what I was talking about, Crispy. He's a very different. It's a very different Scott. Michael Cera is he's awkward, a dorkable loser. While Scott Pilgrim in the comics is just more shitty, clueless, kind of self-centered. Doesn't really think much about the feelings of other people. Takes Off does move him back more towards the comic book incarnation, the comic book version of him. Yeah, one thing about the United States of whatever. I remember when that song came out. I remember that song being a big hit. But it came out in 2002. That song came out 21 years ago. It is old enough to rent a car. Realizing that makes me feel so old. Like, god damn. Hey, Killface. Meanwhile, this is the absolute. I've never watched Venture Bros. Almost done prepping for Thanksgiving. Cool. This is like, meanwhile, like my absolute pettiest complaint about the show. And this is the absolute pettiest a complaint could possibly be. Right at the end, they start playing Scott Pilgrim by the band Plumtree. They start playing the song Scott Pilgrim by Plumtree. Great song. I love that song. But then they cut it off. But then after 30 seconds, it cuts off. They play 30 seconds of that song. And it's not like it's a long song. The song itself is like barely over 2 minutes, I think. Oh, 3 minutes. It's like, come on, man. Play the whole thing. It's a banger song. A sailor, secret agent, pretend to be a Christian convert as his cover. You'd get into armor and then kneel and pray to God to vanquish evil. Okay then. Anyway, I need to remember to cancel my Crave subscription or my Netflix subscription. I got a Netflix subscription purely to watch Scott Pilgrim. So now that I have watched it, I need to make sure my subscription gets canceled. There we go. Anything else go to Netflix? I mean, probably. I mean, yeah. I mean, like there are good shows on Netflix. It's just I don't really watch enough stuff in general. Hey, honey bunny. There's not enough stuff I watch in general. How to be a mob boss. Sounds fun. If I ever decide that, I can just get Netflix again anytime I need it. So less TV than I used to. Yeah. I also kind of run into the issue that I'm not very good at binge watching. It's just not something I really, at least for TV shows. If I fall down a YouTube rabbit hole, yeah, I could binge watch YouTube. Could binge watch shit on YouTube for an entire day, and I have done that. Well, that's kind of different. Never watched Breaking Bad. Just about any prestige series that you could name, I have never watched. I don't know that I've actually watched any of those prestige series. I do remember I watched the first season of 6 Feet Under back in the day. I feel like that might be about it. And even then, it was only the first season that I watched. Last anime I watched? Scott Pilgrim. Firstly, the last anime I watched was Scott Pilgrim. Before that one, I don't remember. Probably I think I rewatched. I did do a rewatch of Cowboy Bebop a few months back. So yeah, I think the last anime I watched prior to Scott Pilgrim, I think might have been Cowboy Bebop. Love Cowboy Bebop. Damn good show. Oz. A lot of rape. Yeah, yeah. Not keen on that. J.K. Simmons. Yeah, he is a good actor. Might do a rewatch of. Maybe I'll do a rewatch of Carol and Tuesday before my Netflix subscription ends. I've still got most of a month. Yeah, I still got until like December 17th. So, because I did also really, really like First Samurai Shampoo over Cowboy Bebop. I do like Cowboy Bebop more. I did. Samurai Shampoo is really good. Of the 3 shows that I've watched by that creator, blanking on the guy's name, but of the 3 shows I've watched from that creator, does my mom watch my channel? She does not, I don't think. Yeah, Shinichiro Watanabe. Of the 3 shows I've watched from Shinichiro Watanabe, Samurai Champloo is the one I like least. I still thoroughly enjoyed it. It's just not as much as Cowboy Bebop or Carol and Tuesday. Yeah, I don't really want to get another streaming service. I bought a 1-year subscription to Crave in order to watch the Star Trek stuff, which is no longer on Crave. So now I have a subscription to Paramount Plus. Decorate the hot tub for Christmas. Crunchyroll is free. Oh, for some reason I thought it was a paid subscription. Just lots of ads. Yeah. I mean, I'm willing to put up with some ads. I'm fine with some ads. For Afro Samurai. I think I've heard of that one. Soundtrack is made by several notable hip hop artists. See, I mean, that's not a selling point for me though, Kermit. I'm not into hip hop. I think that's part of why Samurai Champloo didn't click with me. The same way that Cowboy Bebop did. Certainly not the same way Carol and Tuesday did, because I am a fucking hipster indie douchebag. So yeah, of course the music in Cowboy and Carol and Tuesday clicked with me. But yeah, like hip hop is just not something that I've ever really connected to. Like it's just not a genre of music that I have ever really connected with. Being growing up as an incredibly white kid in a pretty suburban environment. Yeah, as far as like the ads on Crunchyroll, like my net subscription. I got the cheapest Netflix subscription, which does have ads on it. And 30-second ad every 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Whatever. It's not a big deal. One or two ads per episode. It's whatever. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I can tolerate it. Honestly, sometimes an ad can actually be like a really good if it comes at the right time. Ads can honestly actually kind of enhance a program. Every once in a while, like if an ad comes at the right time, it can be a really good. It can be genuinely an effective way of breaking up a show. Like giving that like a little bit of. I mean, maybe just because I grew up on TV. Maybe I grew up on TV shows. I grew up on commercials. So ad breaks, sure. Yeah, I'm used to ad breaks. But like if you get an ad every few minutes, that's too much. So like I don't know how many ads Crunchyroll has. Like I don't know like when you say a lot of ads, I don't know like I don't know what you consider to be a lot compared to what I would consider to be a lot. But like for me personally, for a 25-minute show, two ads, that's fine. I can deal with that. Like if I'm needing to watch 3 to 4 15-second ads at a time, but that honestly feels like a lot then. That honestly does feel like a lot. That's too many. That would get frustrating. It's like, just fuck off. Let me get back to the fucking thing. But honestly, I don't really watch a lot of anime anyway. Crunchyroll doesn't really, like, it's not. I don't watch enough anime for it to. Hey, Farrell. Gives you time to get it. And do something or get something to eat. But I don't need to get up. I like JoJo. Very funny. I'm as reliable a narrator as Patrick Bateman. I have a hard time sitting still. I mean, no, I don't know, like I sometimes need to like stretch my legs, but I can do that just sitting down. Boondocks. Never watched the Boondocks. Fecal cat. Sometimes accurate. That sounds gross. Sounds like Casey. Breakfast Chico. And sometimes I'll just like sort of flex my leg a bit while sitting down just to work, crack the knees a bit. Named after my cat that passed away, named Feral. Bond. I don't know that I've ever actually watched an entire Bond movie. I think I watched most of one once because there's like a Bond marathon on TV and there's nothing else on. Even then, I didn't even watch the whole thing. Got like half of it or something like that. Like I've watched bits of a couple of Bond movies, but Bond's never really been something I cared that much about. I don't think I ever actually. I don't think I even watched uh, Goldeneye, despite the fact that I loved the game. I don't think I even watched the movie. I don't know. Mission Impossible. Yeah, don't really care much about those either. There's a question, actually. You have a holiday like Thanksgiving? Yeah. We have Thanksgiving in October. We have our Thanksgiving in October. Little Debbie. Little Deb, hey. Wanted to see if the boy and the heron was on Netflix or was on Cineplex website yet. It's not. Ugh. Only a couple weeks, 2.5 weeks until the boy and the heron actually releases. Yeah. Massive soup in the jacuzzi. Man, when am I gonna? When are they going to show if movie's even gonna fucking play in Kit Cornwall? I really want to watch that movie, but I still have no idea if it's even going to play in Canada or in Cornwall. Yeah, I gotta blow my nose. Give me a second here. 1 minute. That's better. Just the diabetes? No. I will not. I will not address it. Anywho's. What else? Don't think there's anything particularly interesting in the news that's worth talking about. Boyfriend tried to bribe me away with his cat. I said drink didn't work, but I do remember reaching out for the cat. I tried to bribe you awake. Aw, thanks, Farrell. I support Israel. I support Palestine. What's that? Yeah, just trying to. Just seeing if there's anything on Twitter to inspire something to talk about. Happened on the border. Yeah, I heard about that. And the fact that it was not actually a terrorist attack is just Some random jackass who doing like 100 kilometers an hour, something like that, flips their car. Do I support Ortega leaving Scream? Yep, absolutely. Hockey player, the guy's next. Yeah, and the guy who did it is being charged with manslaughter. I did hear about that, Lindsay, about the hockey player being charged with manslaughter. Turkey and gravy, half ham, dressing, mashed potatoes, sweet potato casserole, hash brown casserole, deviled eggs, mac and cheese, broccoli salad, green beans, and rolls. That is a lot. Hey, produce. Did I gain even more weight? I mean, I can check my weight again. Give me a second just to give myself a quick weigh. $180. I am still 180. My weight has stayed. My weight has stayed steady at 180 for months now. Months I have been at the same weight. Stomach looks huge. Yeah. Well, unless my body fat is just readjusting itself, my stomach is the same as it's been. Because I've been 180 at least since I moved in here. How tall am I? 5 foot. I round up to 5'8". I tend to just round up to 5'8". I'm like 5'7.5" or something. Last time I measured my height, I was 5'7" and like 3/4, just shy of 5'8". That was like a good 20 years ago. I haven't grown since then. Always possible I've shrunk a little bit though. Do I love my job? No, I do not. Hey, Smokey. I'll be spending Christmas Day with my mom. Any goals I'm working towards? Right now, I am just existing. At the moment, I am simply existing. Thanks, Gilface. I'm glad you stopped in. Yeah, at the moment, my job. Honestly, the thing that really gets me about my job is having to do 2 live chats at a time. Chocolate hummus. I have not PK. Yeah, like I'm not a huge fan of. Yeah, live chats are kind of weird to do anyway, but taking 2 at a time, it's fucking stressful. Christmas tree? Nah, nah, I'm not putting up a tree. I don't really care that much about Christmas in general. Christmas jacuzzi? No. You know, like it's very much a whatever thing, you know? Chantel. Chantel has apparently mentioned that we do still occasionally talk a little bit, once in a while. Mostly, I just send her like any cute animal pictures or videos that I see on Twitter. That's the main thing that I do. You know, I'll see a cute cat picture or cute video or something, and I'll send it to her. Don't I like Christmas trees? Not really. Like there was one the other day that was like a cat trying to be an armadillo. So like cat just like sort of jumping up a little, like sort of jumping a little bit and rolling into a ball. It was trying to armadillo itself. Armadillos run funny. They do. Armadillos are cute. I'm sure I told this story before, but Chantel and I actually stole a stuffed armadillo from a place we worked at. We called it Army the Armadillo. What kind of stuffed? Yeah, I mean, it's just a stuffed toy. Like it's just one of those. It's just a standard stuffed animal toy. Yeah, like this is the place we worked at, StarTech call center that we worked at. There's like this, stuffed armadillo toy that just sort of, I don't know who brought it in or anything. It kind of floated around the center, the call center a little bit, just sort of moved a little bit from desk to desk. And one night after work, we just took it home with us. The comfort dillo, not to be confused with the comfort dildo. Boss lady still shouldn't have. Don't think anyone knew we took it. Anyway, it was over a decade ago. Statute of limitations has run out. I mean, nobody like nobody ever asked about it. Yeah, there's no email like, hey, anyone know what happened to the armadillo we brought in? Yeah, like that's the big thing. Nobody, like, there was no email that went out asking about it. Yeah, if somebody had like, hey, this is my thing, this is my armadillo, then probably would have brought it back. But sure seemed like nobody gave a shit about it. So, not my problem. Sadly, I don't know what happened to it. I think we lost it somewhere. Pretty sure we lost it somewhere along the way. You ever stolen anything else? Nothing I can think of. There you go, Riley. Never seen a living armadillo? Neither have I. At least to the best I can recall. Don't think I've ever seen one. I'm convinced they all live at the Alamo. All over Texas, but never alive. Well, that's sad. What a horribly sad thing to say. Living in Ontario, we just don't really have armadillos in this. No, we just don't really have armadillos in Ontario. Armadillo don't. Any new games? Um, Not really. I have played a little bit of Cyberpunk. Not a huge amount yet. Haven't gone too far in it. I've really only just, you know, is that you're comfortable? Yeah, yeah, it is. I've pretty much just gotten to the point where Keanu Reeves is now in my head. I haven't really been playing Cyberpunk in the past couple of weeks. I should probably get back to it. Need to finish my my growing a beard. I mean, I have a beard. Need to record the last episode of my Life is Strange Let's Play. Figure after that I'll probably end up doing like sort of some one and done Let's Play videos. Do you read a lot of books? Less than I want to. I really, really need to read more books. That's on Jenna Ortega not gonna make her script. Good on her. Good on her for that. Snap the second and third Emily is Away games are on sale for real cheap. $1.09 for Emily is Away 2 and $2.29 for Emily is Away 3. So I gotta download those tonight. I gotta buy those tonight. Few games I should probably buy on Steam since it's Black Friday. Take advantage of the Black Friday sales. Buy a couple of games that I do want to play. Yeah, for games, what I'm thinking for games, I'll finish up my Life is Strange Let's Play. I've got a few more videos on that for that. I'm almost done posting that one. And then I think for the last few weeks of the year, yeah, I think I've got maybe one more to record, and I think I've got, so I think 4 more, so 20. After that, I think I'll just like sort of do some very short games for the last few weeks of the year. And then starting in January, I will finally start my Final Fantasy series Let's Play. But for tonight, I'm going to end the video. I'm going to end the stream here for tonight because I've really got to go poop. So I'm going to end it a few minutes earlier than usual. So going to call it an evening. I'll be back tomorrow for more of Ambition. And yeah. So good night, everybody.